Welcome back to part number 48 of Mysterious TikToks. Got a super interesting video for you all today. Some really strange stuff has happened in the last 24 hours. So we've got the Earth's frequencies are very, very strange. A mythical white lynx has appeared for the first time in decades. It's people are saying it's some sort of prophecy or an omen, so we're going to go through all that. And I've got a bunch of other clips, so make sure to watch until the end of this one. Like the video, I'm really struggling to speak. Leave me a comment down below and I really hope you enjoy. How come nothing interesting happens in England? Every cool alien video or all videos always seen abroad. Alright, all we get is grey cloud over it. That's so cool. And a lot of people are saying that they don't think it's a meteorite or a comet. It's so cool to see. I would love to see something like this with my own eyes, and I've seen hundreds of videos of stuff like this, but to actually see it. And let me know if you've seen anything strange in the sky recently. There has to be a reason to why these comets are being seen now more than ever. But yeah, let me know down below why you think that is. Oh, right, I'm excited to show you this video. This is a HD video of that strange metallic disc that was spotted. And this craft has been seen by hundreds of people, and there's videos of it everywhere, so it probably happened. There's a good chance it's not fake, and this thing showed up on someone's radar and just disappears into thin air. So let's give this video a watch. I'm excited for this one. So I did some digging on that video, as I always like to just do a little bit of investigation to make sure it's, you know, just to find out if it's fake or wherever it was filmed. But apparently this was filmed near an airport, so there's a good chance it could have been a plane. Didn't look like a flipping plane. And if it is aliens using our airports, could you imagine that? Like a bunch of pools back there, their UFO breaks down, right? But my brain is like a kid's brain. So their UFO breaks down, and they're going to have to use a human airport. Could you imagine? A bunch of grey aliens in an airport like that. Passports ready, please. Gate 99. Oh, sorry, we forgot your luggage. Flight's delayed. And you have to sit on a plane for hours. Imagine aliens having to do that. They're used to travelling light speed. That would be hilarious. This is a very interesting video. This was taken by the former governor of Mexico, Jaime Rodriguez, right? I actually got it. That took 15 takes to get that name, because I kept forgetting it. But but yeah, this is taken right outside his house, and you can see this up on the hill. And this is real. This guy posted it on his official Twitter. So I don't know. I don't know if it's interested in him because of his status or what he knows. This is very strange but very scary, and I wonder what this guy did after he saw this outside his house, because I know a lot of us would be pretty freaked out after seeing this. But anyway, let's watch his video. Alright, my only conclusion so far is that these orbs are going on a hiking trip. Because maybe they haven't got these hills wherever they live, and they thought, do you know what, boys, let's go for a hike. In all seriousness, that word again. All seriousness, though, this is very, very bizarre. A lot of these strange orbs are being seen in the same places. I don't know. I really feel like, I don't know about you guys, and this is going to go to my next point. Do you all really feel like something strange is happening in the world at the moment? Especially what we're just about to watch in this next video. Feels like we've shifted into some sort of other dimensional reality. Just strange stuff is happening so fast at such a rapid rate. You know how the older generation had phones where, you know, it looks like you're calling in an AC-130, you know, with the big cable. And now we've got Face ID and touchscreen like that. In the last couple of years, it's accelerated in terms of mysterious and strange things happening on Earth. And I don't know if you've seen this, but take a look at this. This is a white lynx. Never seen before in the wild. And this was taken by a photographer in Spain. And a lot of people are saying that this is a mythical creature, some sort of omen or prophecy. Yeah, look at this. Never seen before. Just sat there, chilling. Incredible. Like, this is going super viral. Everyone's talking about it. Yeah, just take a look at that for a second. And just keep in mind that this is the rarest cat on Earth. Hasn't been seen in decades and decades and decades. And a lot of people are saying that, yeah, it's some sort of prophecy. But yeah, look at it. It even looks mythical. But the fact that no one has seen this before, hasn't been seen in decades and decades, and fair play to the photographer, he's not sharing the location of where he took this photo to protect the animal, because this cat right here is worth millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. And we all know there'll be some rich person out there that want to buy this and have it as their exotic pet or whatever. So I'm glad, I hope the animal never gets found for its safety. So on top of all the orb sightings and the white lynx showing up, this is a picture of the frequency of Earth. And for nearly 14 hours, the Earth's frequency has been locked in a bright, unrelenting frequency. This was all taken on the exact same day that white lynx showed up. A lot of people are connecting this to the sightings and what's the strange stuff that's happening in the world, and the fact that a lot of people like myself and you feel like something's off. Let me know what you think about that white lynx and the frequency of Earth, because I don't know. I don't know too much about it. That's why I wanted to show you. So let me know what you think. Do you think that white animal is just a chance? Do you think it showed up deliberately? Do you think, because this animal has been hiding for so long, why would it just be being seen now? How? They were geniuses. They were geniuses. How? And the interesting thing, the noise of that bird is the bird native to that region. And it also is connected to the god that they worship. So no, it's not a coincidence that that exact sound from that pyramid happens when you make that noise. How?
Me contem o que vocês acham que é isso.
To be honest, it looked like something was just on fire in the sky and pieces of burnt whatever the material was just coming off. But I can see why it freaked a lot of people out, because we've seen a lot of orbs giving birth to other orbs in the sky. But if you, I don't know, to me, that looks like something's on fire in the sky and it's falling apart. But let me know what you think that was down below.
Of Disney World, the company doesn't want you to see. If you look at a map of the park, there's a little green spot in the middle of Bay Lake. There's no description of what it is, and it's completely off limits to everyone, including employees. Around 20 years ago, this mysterious island was actually another Disney park called Discovery Island. You'd take a boat from shore, arrive at the island, and basically look at exotic birds. Fast forward to 1999, Animal Kingdom opens, and it's basically a bigger and easier to get to version of Discovery Island. This sparked the very quick decline of the island. Today, it's abandoned and in ruins, completely overrun by nature. It's also heavily guarded. If you're anywhere near Bay Lake, you can be assured that you're being watched. It makes you wonder if there's more to this island than Disney.
I mean, what does that remind you of? And I can't say the name of the island because YouTube are going to come after me if I even say the name. But yeah, very strange. And you can rent boats and drive around that island, and it's still out of use even after all this time. And people have actually gone on that island and found underground tunnels. So if you want me to start digging and find videos on that, let me know down below. So on the list, the very long list of weird things that are happening in the world, strange noises are being heard in the sky. And I've been reading a lot of comments. People think it's weather machines. People think it's the trumpets, judgment trumpets, or I don't know, or people trying to break the dome to the firmament. I mean, the theories go on and on. But I've heard these noises in England. They're being heard in the UK a lot at the moment. So if anyone has any explanation to what are making these noises, let me know. So let's give it a watch.
Woken up to some disturbing sound all through the whole area. I just called 911 and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Are we breathing in something we shouldn't be breathing in right now?
Yeah, so what is that? And yeah, there's been no sort of news reportings or government reportings. They're not the trumpets, because every year we'll hear that. That won't even be a question. We're all going to know when that happens. That is loud. Even listening to that hurt my ears. That was either some massive machine. I don't know. I'm completely lost. So you're going to have to help me on this one. What do you think was making that noise? The theories about the weather machine are just getting more and more public. You know, about a HARP machine. And if you don't know what a HARP machine is, it's a machine that creates clouds and weather events and stuff like that. But then, would it be that? Why would they make it that loud? Surely they wouldn't want us to hear anything that we wouldn't want to, that we're not supposed to know. Does that make sense? So, I don't know. I'm out of ideas for that one. So if you could let me know what you think is making that noise, let me know down below. Okay, so I don't know if this is good news or bad news for us tinfoil hat people. But it looks like the orb sightings have gone mainstream and they're talking about it on the news because... And they're going to cover it in this video, but orb sightings have been seen all along the coast, all along the coastline in the water. I said it. Come back to this YouTube channel when they come out of the ocean and say, we're here. Ben Colson told you so. I've always said they were hiding in the ocean, right? I'll take that to the grave. But the fact that they're reporting about it on the news, I don't know. Good news or bad news. But anyway... Let's see what they really say about them.
Not at night, without a dive boat. That's really dangerous. What did you make of it when you saw this?
Exactly that. I mean, I'm a master diver. There's nobody around there with a dive boat, with a dive flag. anything like that. I like to dive at night. Some people go lobster diving. It is still possible. This particular one, we haven't had time even to get out there to go check this out in the field. But you start looking at, you know, the number of sightings that people are having in these locations, and you know, putting it all together, it just doesn't make sense. Remember, we had these pilots that were seeing him in the water off of Catalina, and air traffic controllers were telling us that pilots were witnessing this glow, sometimes the size of a city. You know, so here you have this Fort Lauderdale case. It's a lot smaller, but you know, it's really hard to say whether we're looking at a natural phenomena. These definitely not like phosphorescent algae. It's nothing like that, and it definitely doesn't explain how people are seeing the objects come up out of the water and zip out, and these huge like flaps have been going on for decades. I've had numerous cases where people are telling us they've been out in the boat, they've been far away from shore, which again would be much more difficult to be just divers, and they've passed over areas about the size of a football field, and it's like somebody turns on a switch and the whole thing just lights up underneath them, right? And then you mentioned the fact too that some of them, like we have the USS Omaha case caught on thermal camera, where we have this transmedium travel where they go into the water, don't seem to disturb it, come up out of the water, sometimes in broad daylight.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. 9,000 UFOs spotted since 2022, all on that app. And the majority are all along the coastline. I think I could be onto something there. And I know a lot of you agree with me on this, that the best place to hide if you're a bloke looking like him would be in the ocean. Because we can't get down there. Unless you're Aquaman, you ain't going to get seen, are you? So we've got to the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. And I have something I want to leave with you. Some food for thought. And we all have internal battles in ourselves. Every single person. And we're never going to be free from suffering. Ever. And some people say who they want to become, who they would like to become, and who they are. The way I see it is there's two wolves inside of yourself, and one of them is prideful, arrogant, angry, resentful, and the other wolf is kind, caring, giving, patient, loving. You will become the one you nourish. Which one will you feed? Which part of yourself will you feed? Will you feed your flesh or your spirit? Your flesh that desires pleasure and food and things of earth, and your spirit desires things that are not from this world. And which one will you serve? Serving your flesh feels great. Serving your flesh is fun, pleasurable, feels good. Feeding your spirit is difficult, because at the end of the day, we're human beings, and we are always going to have this battle every single day. Every single day we're going to struggle with this. And this is a question I ask myself every day. Who am I going to serve today? Myself or my spirit? Because my spirit belongs to God, and that's it. My spirit works for God. It belongs to God. Because when you die, your spirit doesn't die. Your spirit leaves your body. But your flesh goes into the dirt. You die with the earth. You go back to the earth. So if you continue to serve your flesh, that's where you will go. And I know that sounds quite direct, but that's something how I see it. And it doesn't make it easy. It's a war that you will fight for a long time. So ask yourself that question. Who will you serve? Yourself, your flesh, or your spirit? Which wolf will you nourish? Which wolf will you feed? And I'll continue to pray for you all. And guys, I am not a perfect Christian. I'm not a perfect Christian by any means. I am far from a good Christian. And I struggle with things every day. And I still fall into temptation. I am not perfect. So I'm not on my high horse here talking down to you all. I'm honestly just trying to help you all. Honestly. I just want to give you some food for thought. Who will you follow? Your flesh or your spirit? You know that feeling when you're sat outside, no phone, no technology, and all you can hear is the trees, maybe some birds in the background. You can feel the wind, and it's just quiet. And you just feel, oh, that's your spirit. That's your spirit reacting. Your spirit craves peace, but your flesh craves pleasure. Your spirit doesn't care about any of that. Your spirit wants peace. Your spirit wants God and prayer, to connect with its creator. That's it. So try to resist your flesh. Deny you, and self-denial is very difficult to deny yourself. And it is so difficult. It is so difficult. And I will pray for you all to have the courage to continue to resist your temptations and to carry on. So thank you all for watching. I hope you had an amazing week. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. See you then.